another episode of Pseudos Crochet and More. This is your host, Crystal. I know it's been a while, and I do apologize for that. I've only been able to get the Music Mondays done, because my husband has still been looking for a job. Finally, he got one, and he's out now working his new job. So hopefully I can get back on track with everything. This week is going to be probably just today's video, and then starting next week I'll get back into showing stuff and showing hauls if I get any, but I don't think so after what I show you today. I'll be getting any more yarn other than my hooks and needles boxes monthly. Alright, as the video stated, this is a yarn haul for my last visit to my local Joann's here in Lubbock, Texas. If your yarn store told you that, or your Joann's told you that they were going to be closing on the 31st of the month, you may want to check with that store, because that's what we were being told where I live, and I walked up to the front door and it said the last 7 days, 70 to 90% off, everything must go. So I did take a video. I did add some music to it. You're still going to hear me talking occasionally and crinkling, but I did add a music to it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in. As you can see behind me, there's a box, and a bag right behind me. I will do an unbagging as quickly as I can, because I did get more than I expected, because yarn is now 70% off. So again, in your area, if your Joann's is still open, you might want to check it out and get what you can before they're gone. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pop this in. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll meet you back when it's done.
Aisles are bare where dreams once stood. Stacks of fabric misunderstood. Colors faded like a setting sun. Farewell John's, the threads undone. Buttons glisten like tiny stars. Scissors sang sharp tales of scars. Patterns whisper secrets they knew. Now the silence feels too true. Oh, Joann's we stitched and sewed. Through every vision dreams bestowed. You were the spark of our creation. Now you're just a lost location. Felt and yarn on shelves of gold. Your charm was warm, your stories told. Crafter's paradise now turned gray. A home for hearts has flown away. find you in the things we hold, every quilt and bead of bold. Your spirit will carry store to shore, even though you're here no more. Fabric's frayed but love remains, memory stitched in every grain. Though we bid a tearful goodbye, Joann's bright spirit will not die.
okay, I'm back. I just had to start over with where I left off. So I did not open anything. I noticed that it wasn't recording my audio. So what I was saying before is that I live in Lubbock, Texas, and the wind here is very bad some days. It's very windy here. You think we lived in the windy city. We don't. We live in West Texas, which is very windy because there's not a lot of trees here, so the wind doesn't have anything to break up against. Alright, now, I'm going to go ahead and in the comments, if you've ever used these yarns, color-wise or other, let me know how you've liked them. You can also let me know if your Joann's is still open and is now doing the 70% off because it's in the final days, or if you've had a chance to go to your Joann's since then, since the last time. I did an unbagging from Joann's. This is my third one. This is my final one. My husband will kick me from Texas to Ohio if I go back there. So, now, I've used Caron Jumbo before, but not the ombre. And I actually got the color that I've used in the past, too. Alright, so, they had them in the 2, 3, whatever packs that they come in. A lot of them were left like this, and a lot of them were opened. If you noticed in the beginning of the video, most of that stuff along the back wall where fabric used to be kept were all kept in their bags. And where the yarn used to be kept, well, it still is, most of those are open, so you can just buy 1 or 2 or however many you want to buy. So this one is the Caron Jumbo Ombre. I got 2 packs of it. Got 4 total. This is in the color Salmon, which is like really pinkish to like a peachy pink to a white. I've never worked with this type of yarn, so this will be interesting. I know a lot of people have come up with patterns for this type of yarn. I'm going to try to come up with my own for it. So that's that. I'm going to just start stacking it underneath the box here. Because everything that I'm showing you now came in the bag. Came in the bag. And you know these retail for like $12, and I got them 70% off. They were like $4. Okay. And then the next one I got is another Caron Jumbo. This is not an ombre, as they call it. This one is called Easter Basket. This one's got a lot of pinks and grays and whites and even a little bit of purple in it. Got 2 of those. And then I thought I had gotten 4 of these total, but I guess I didn't. I should have, well, I didn't. I wanted to go back and get more, but after I was rung up, I was like, nope. Okay, so this is the Burnett Forever Fleece, which is a very nice yarn. I have the finer in the dinosaur color with the variegated and 2 solid colors. I'm planning on making baby blankets with that one, or baby blanket. This one is like blues, like different shades of blue, light blue, darker blue, greens. Very pretty. And they had one of these out of the pack, and I'm like, oh, that's so soft. Okay. Alright. Now, onto the box. I got 6 of these, because these are in 3 packs, and because it's variegated, it's very hard to see. Most of these are acrylic. There are I did find like one wool acrylic that I got. It was like a lonely one. So like, no, I'm not going to leave that lonely. Now this one, there's a little bit of a piece of it sticking out. It's not like super, super soft, but this could be because it was out of the package and may have gotten damaged by the heat or something, because it's been in the 90s down here by me. So, alright, this is a 4-weight. Those were 4 weights that I showed you as well. Those were all 4 weights, I do believe. Let me just make sure on this one. This one here is a 6-weight yarn. The finer, which Burnett stopped making, was the 4-weight. This is the 6-weight. The other ones are 4 weights. Oh. They again, most of these were like $12 a piece normally. So, okay. And I know it's not no way to justify how many I bought, but so this one here is again an acrylic, the big twist of value. This one's like oranges, yellows, and then almost a yellow to almost a white right here in the center. I have a plan for this. I got 6 of those. That one didn't want to stay up there, so I'll just put them on the floor and bag and box. Okay. So here's another Karen Jumbo. This one I have made a blanket out of. I made it for one of my nieces. I think I still have one left, so I only got 2 of these. And this one is in the color blue raspberry. It's like light blues, greens, like a minty green, and a white. This is also a 4-weight. Okay, let's throw things up here. So, I wasn't going to get one of these again because I did make the narwhal from Woobles. But I was like, well, let me see what they have. They had the ship's skis, or however you say that one. They also had that if you saw that in the video. It was just the puppy. I was hoping that they had those ones that you did not have to stuff, because that'd be more my thing. But I found this little guy. It's the Kooky Learn to Crochet Bee something or another. And it's all one color except for that one piece of the ear. It's yellow. I was like, okay, one color. That's right where I need to be to learn better on amigurumi. Because I didn't mind doing the 2 colors on him, 3 colors because of the horn. But learning how to change colors and stuff, I'm still getting used to that. So, all right. And if you can see the price tag, obviously I didn't pay that much for it. 70% off. Some of the signs said Woobles were 60% off, and the yarn, but they were all 70% off. So, all right. And then I've never tried this, but I figured I'd make something for my girls, my Brownie and Bella. Brownie's in her chair back there right now. You can barely see her with the box in front of her. But this is the DIY Glow Twist Torsiday by Lion Brand. So I figured maybe I could make them a bandana or something. I don't know. I don't think there's enough in here. This one's called Lime Green. It's the green and white. 103 yards. I might maybe be able to make a hat out of it. I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. That's only got 2. I figured I'd try it. If I like it, then I can pay full price or wait till it goes on sale at Lion Brand or Michael's. Because I know that Walmart had them at one point during like the fall for Halloween. But I don't think they carry these all year round. Okay. I'm still digging. Oh, here we go. Alright, now. I'm going to have to wash this because it's kind of icky. I saw this the last time I was there. Please don't talk to me. I'm counting my stitches. I have to tell my husband this all the time. Don't talk to me. I'm counting. Stop talking. I actually have a mug that's available on my website that says stop. And it looks like a stop sign. I've had it on some of my videos. It says stop. Stop talking. I'm counting. Now I usually try to have that in hand when he's home, and I need to count stitches. So this was normally $20, 70% off. And it's kind of dirty inside. I was trying to get a cleaner one, but I don't think there really was any cleaner ones. There's like glitter in the bottom of this. I'll put my DIY glow twisty yarn there. Okay. Now, there it is. Okay. This is I want the box to fall over. So I did find, if you saw, obviously if you watched the video, if you didn't fast forward, they had a whole bunch more crochet hooks available by the single, by the pack. They had the twist and lock by Susan Bates there in the like a teal color, a very light green minty color. I didn't get that because I already have one when it first came out. I got it when it was on sale. This is the 3.5 millimeter. Yes, 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, E4. Because some of the stuff with hooks and needles requires a 3.5 hook, and the smallest I had that would be workable was a 3.75. So that's what was using. So now I got one that I can try that requires a 3.5. And then my Lonely Skein of Wool Ease. Now this is not the thick and quick because it's a 4. This one is called, it's 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and it is a 4-weight. Where the heck did I find that? There it is. It's called Blush Heather. It's a very pretty pink. You can see the heathering in it. I'm going to use this to make my husband a hat because he needs a hat where he's working. And I know it's a lot of acrylic, but there is some wool in it, so hopefully it keeps his head cool, and it's not too heavy on his head because the sun is beating on him. And he says he's almost another nationality color. I'm like, okay. Oops. Alright. I'm kind of unbalancing the box as I'm tipping it here. Alright. Now, so he can't say anything that I didn't get him anything. He's been into candles lately, which are nice. Their candles were like 80% off. This one is called Local Honey and the Lavender. Farmhouse candles, Bougie Duff, I don't know what the heck. I don't even know where this was made. Oh, Ohio. Okay. Well, it's honey from Ohio apparently. I didn't even look at it at the bottom. There's like a little pull tab. But they had other ones that smelled like food, and he's been trying to stay away from that with food scents, but it was a very light lavender. I know you guys can't smell it, but it smells good. So I did get him something. I also got my stepmother something too. I'm gonna put that on his desk so he can see that when he goes home. Okay. And then you can't go wrong with getting some extra scissors, right? So I saw these scissors and I'm like, everybody's trying to steal my damn scissors. Pardon my French, but I like to have backup. And one of the pairs my husband bought me that had like snowflakes on it for Christmas time, we bought them at like 75% off, 50 or 75% off. It's now used in the kitchen, so I can't even use them for yarn. I use them to open other stuff, but not yarn. And then this one's called Ultra Lilac. That's actually a pretty color. And of course, 70% off on this too. Put those off to the side. And then I couldn't pass this up. It was the only one. Let me take the. Well, let me see. No, I can't even do that. It's one of the pins, the enamel pins. It's the kitty cat with the granny circle, I guess you could say, or what do they call that? Yeah, granny circle, because it looks like a I don't know. My brain just went lost my words there. Okay, and then they did have obviously some holiday stuff. So I saw these socks. They were $3 normally. I got them for less than $1. It was like 90 cents a piece. Be Mine and checkered hearts. Alright, and then let's go ahead. Let's do this. Okay. So I know I've reviewed this yarn, and I don't like it as a granny square. But I'm gonna try to come up with something. This is the black grape granny, all in one granny square. I love the colors, but I do not like how it works. Trying to make a granny. I have another whole, basically a whole skein of another one, because I only made one granny from it. So I'm gonna put those two together and see what I can come up with, because there is where is it? Because you're supposed to be able to get 14 grannies out of this. Let's see. I know it's on here. Dang it! There it is. There's 417 yards, and figure that I took probably, well, you divide that by four. How many? 14. Because I think they make a 6-inch granny, maybe a couple yards out of that other one, so just shy of, just a little over 800 yards total. And then I have a different color as well with the all-in-one granny. I did like the flower one. That one was actually a lot better. It still took a lot of adjusting and hook size changing and all that to make it work, but you can check that out on my channel as well. Alright, now, okay. That must be underneath over there. Okay, I thought I got two of those. Didn't I get two of those? Yes, I did. Oh. Okay, so I got four of these, another ombre. This one's in the color Carrara Marble. Carrara Marble. It's like a tan and a really light, like lilac or pink. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. And like a gray to maybe silver, and then like an off-white color. So I got four of them. Again, I'm gonna have to come up with some stitch patterns for these, because I know everybody's got stuff for these, and I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. If I can help it. If I can't find anything that works well with it, but I will use somebody else's pattern and let you know. Okay, that. Oh, getting down to the nitty gritty here. Alright. Okay, so I've never worked with Caron Colorama Halo. Perfect phasing. This one is in the color Orchid Frost. Now, it looks a lot more purple on my screen than what I'm seeing. It's kind of like a really deep red, but that's how I'm seeing it. I know it's coming out kind of purple, but they had other colors of these as well, and I love the feel of it. So this will be interesting, because like I said, I've never worked with this particular yarn. Now I remember when this came out in those weird toilet seat looking things, the Ogos. They came out with this in the Ogo, but that wasn't a color changing thing. Like this one's almost like an ombre. It goes from dark all the way out to light. And the other ones I think were just one color throughout the whole thing. So I got four of them. Alright. I'm getting there. Okay. Now, I got these the last time I went, but I figured, well, if they've got more, I might as well pick up two more just to be on the safe side, because I think the stitch that I'm going to use for this is going to be a yarn eater. So, we'll see. So I got two more of the baby pink. Yeah. Two more of the baby pink, and two more of the chocolate brown. Yes, two more of the chocolate brown. I'm just hoping they're all the same lot numbers, but I don't really. That only makes me check if it's really different. Like if one's way darker than the other one, then that would kind of upset me. But if it's very close, it's not going to bother me. All right. And then aren't in bags, and I couldn't find any in bags, so it is what it is. So I got the Favorite Stripe um, by Super Saver Stripe. This is the Super Saver Stripes. Well, it looks like there might be a pattern on the inside for the blanket on the cover. I don't know. Again, this is a no, you'd have to go to yarnspirations.com to find the pattern that they show here. Because after a while, they stopped providing patterns inside the label and they put them on their website. So you don't have to buy yarn to get a pattern. If you want to look for a pattern, then buy the yarn, you can do that. Alright. I should have noticed that. Some of the skeins, the labels were really loose, so I kind of squished them to see how loose they were, because this one here is pretty good. This one, I got 4 of them. I have not tried this yarn, but I figured, well, you know what? It's pretty colors. I can figure out something to make with it. And there is, where did it go? 236 yards per skein. So times 4. 2 of these would be just a little under 1,000 yards. And depending on what stitch I use, I can probably make a baby blanket out of it. And then, of course, I put these back in here, but this is going to go to my stepmom. I was looking for something for her to put her inhalers in, her pen, her little dabber things that she uses on her tablet, and other medicine that we keep. And I found this basket. It says $10. I paid $3 for it. And this is a nice blue. It'll keep everything that she needs inside of it. It's got a handle that she can use to pull it out with, because she has trouble with her hands too. Alright. Almost done. Only 2 more to show. Alright. Well, maybe I'll have 2 more to show. Oh, yarn everywhere. Okay. So I've never tried the Living by Big Twist. I've heard great things about this. If you've used this yarn in a project, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. This is a anti-pilling, I think it's a premium acrylic, I don't remember. Let me see. That one doesn't have it. This one? No. Oh, there it is. It's always on the back with all the other writing from the bag. Like, don't let your kids play with this. It can cause suffocation. Alright. So, this one here is, yeah, it's 100% anti-pilling acrylic. Big Twist. It's kind of hard to see them. I don't really want to take these out of the plastic until I'm ready to use them if they're in plastic. So, that's why I'm not opening these. This one is in the color Fun Brights. And it's got like pinks and orange and purple and white. It's almost a rainbow color. I got, this one has, what the heck is it? I know it's here. There it is. It is 199 yards per thing. So there's about 600 yards here and 600 here. So just shy of 1,200 yards. Enough to make something nice. Alright, and the last one is one I was very surprised to see. That's why I saved it for last. You guys wondering what was the last one I got. Alright. Did you see that? Did you see that? And my box is tipping over. Did you see that? Alright, here's one more. Okay, now this one is pretty popular. And I'm surprised I even found the 3 that I found. Put this on the floor so I can rebox everything up. Except for what I'm not putting in there. So, this is, let's turn it the right way, the Super Saver Bitty Stripes in the color Mermaid. I love this colorway. The purples, the green, the white, the little bit of blue. Very pretty. And you know, I hate to say this, because Grandma, Creative Grandma, if If you've never watched her, she cracked her and her grandson crack me up when they do their lives on Tuesdays. They have been waiting for this yarn to come back in stock to order so she can make a project with it. I don't even know if she's been able to order it yet. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the yarn, the elusive mythical yarn that nobody has in stock. But Joann's going out of business gets it. So I'm not sure if that was pre-planned before the announcement that Joann was going to be closing this year, or if it was just sent out so people had a chance to test this yarn. Now I will say, my Walmart, oddly enough, actually had the bitty stripes in stock, just not this color. They had the pink lemonade. They had quite a few. I didn't take any video from there because that wasn't for this video. This this video today. So I got 3 of these, and there are 515 yards in this. So really, what they're charging you, it's like a jumbo skein for the $8, $9, $10 that you see. Because Walmart, my Walmart has it for $7.48 right now. And I know, if I'm not mistaken, Your Inspiration has it for like $10, unless you have a coupon or they've got it on sale. But again, they didn't even have this in stock last time she checked. So I'm so actually really like surprised that I found it there. Now the only thing I did not do was check the dye line. But as I just said, with the baby pink and chocolate brown, unless it's a significant difference, like it's extremely darker or lighter, I don't really tend to check them. So let's see. Let me check that one here. E9001009. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, this was made last year in 2024. It just wasn't on the shelves yet until this year. Because if you look at a label, and I'll show you here what I'm talking about. You see where, wait till it focuses. See where it's got the E900, the 0109, 466259, and then it's got 2024 12, and then it's got dash, a bunch of other numbers. I do believe that right there is when it was actually made. The year it was made and the month it was made. And then maybe that's something about the dye line. Because if you notice that all of, even, let me show you if I can. This one doesn't have it. No, yes it does, actually. So this one has it here above the barcode. Let's see if that'll focus with the plastic. See where it says dye lot, the lot, 2024-10 dash. So this was made in October of last year with that dye lot number. That is my opinion. Let me know if you think that that's correct, or what your opinion is on that information. If you think that's the year and the month and then the dye lot for that time, or if it's something else. Because I've even noticed that on Premier's yarn as well. It'll have a year, dash, the month, and sometimes the day it was actually produced. So these have actually been in Yarn Inspiration's hands since last year. But just let us know about them this year. Go figure. Alright, well, that's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you all enjoyed my unboxing, unbagging, whatever you want to call it, for my final Joann's visit. Let me know if you're going to go to your Joann's within the next couple days, because again, mine said 7 days. There's a lady on YouTube, I cannot remember her name. If I can find her, I will link her down in the description box. She works at Joann's, and when she went to work the other morning, her sign said 8 days. So I'm thinking today it's gonna say 7 as well. So you might, if you can, check it out. I'm not encouraging you. I'm just saying, just check it out. You might get some really good deals. You may miss out on some of the stuff. Who knows? Alright, well, until next time, which I hope is next week, I hope you all stay safe and stay crafty. Have a good one. Bye bye.